Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Simone here, and I could not be more excited to actually be filming a video today. So, you probably have noticed, or maybe not, but I have not filmed a video for 2 weeks. I actually moved house, as you can tell. I have new bookshelves, very exciting. There's like another one here. I'm absolutely loving it. The reason I don't have makeup on my face, I'm not apologising for it because I don't actually care, but it's just because I haven't unpacked it yet. I moved house. I moved in with my fiance. We have not lived together before, but we've actually been together for 8 years, which is amazing, and it's honestly been the best time. It was really interspersed with a really difficult time for me. You may have seen my last video, pretty sure it was my last video that went up, which was to have my little doggy in, who I was cuddling, and unfortunately he had to be put down literally I think 2 days after I moved house, and I moved away from my hometown, so like I wasn't anywhere near him when it happened. So that was really, really difficult, really sad, and I'm still struggling with it a little bit, and it's really hard, and it hasn't really sunk in fully, I don't think, because I'm so far away from, like, I haven't seen the house without him in it, if that makes sense, which is just heartbreaking. I want to say a humongous thank you to Emily and Charlie for being just so wonderful. A huge thank you to everybody who messaged me on Twitter and said just wonderful things. And a massive thank you to Victoria from What Victoria Read, who sent me a lovely little gift. She sent me a book off my wish list, which was just amazing, and I absolutely loved it. And yeah, you guys have just been so supportive, and you've been so lovely about me taking time off, but I got really obsessed with watching TBR videos, and I decided I wanted to film one, and so I'm here. So right now it's in a very funny position, like the computer is in a weird space, and my laptop is behind the video, behind this, but I want to do a TBR video. And I am really loving reading at the moment. Now, obviously, Christmas and sort of December is one of those times, I feel like, when you either read loads or you read nothing. And I'm not really sure how I'm going to fall into that. However, I've been really obsessed with watching TBR Games recently. So I watched Cody from Cody's Book Corner. She does a Wheel of TBR series. Becca from Becca and the Books does like Bookopoly. Nicole from Beautiful Chaos of Books does Thrillopoly. And I just love watching all of those. Also, Jade from JD Ray Reads does a TBR Pursuit, which is based on Trivial Pursuit, which is amazing. And I decided I wanted to give it a go. I kind of like the idea of making a TBR. Like, I've sat down here and I have absolutely no idea what I'm going to be reading this month because getting overexcited. Behind my phone, which is what I'm filming on, behind that is my laptop, which has a wheel on it for me. So I'm not going to do quite the same wheel of TBR that Cody does, because she has like a physical wheel and everything. I have one behind the camera, which you're not going to see, because I'm not going to do like shots of it or whatever. But I am going to tell you what prompts come up, and I'm going to pick 8 books. I'm going to read them, or I'm going to try and read them in the order that I get the prompt, if that makes any sense. And I'm going to pick the books off my shelves. And I'm really excited. But before I do that, I do actually have 3 buddy reads I'm going to be doing this month as well, which I'm going to do amongst the other books. But I am reading Mr. Mercedes by Stephen King. I'm reading this with the wonderful Nikki from I Read Past My Bedtime. I love Nikki's channel. I love Nikki in general. She's just a wonderful person. And we wanted to do a buddy read together. I reached out to her a little while ago, and was just really excited to read something with her. And we decided on this one. I haven't read a Stephen King book in a while that I've loved. And so we decided together that we were both really interested in reading the Mr. Mercedes series, this obviously being the first one. My mum read this and really loved it. I don't really know too much about it, but it's been on my shelf for a long time and I really want to get to it. So yes, I'm excited about this one. And then the second buddy read that I'm going to do with somebody from BookTube is I'm going to be reading The Woman in Cabin 10 by Ruth Ware, and we're reading this with Linda from Linda's World of Books. Again, we've been wanting to buddy read together for a long time. And yeah, we've decided on this month, and I'm really wanting to read this. This is actually on one of I think it's my project thriller TBR for the year, so I need to get to this, of course. But yeah, really looking forward to picking this one up and also reading something with Linda, because that sounds fantastic. And then I'm also going to be buddy reading a book that I have currently on my Kindle, which I'm going to be buddy reading with my mum. So my mum is a massive fan of Terry Pratchett, and I've never read any Terry Pratchett before. And so we decided that we're going to buddy read something together. And we are actually going to start with reading The Colour of Magic, which is the first book in the Discworld series by Terry Pratchett. And we're going to try and sort of buddy read one a month, I think, is our plan at the moment. But definitely the first one this month, which I'm really excited about and can't wait to read something with her. Again, I don't know anything about it, just know that I'm very excited about it. So, I'm nervous. Let's start. Start with book number 1. So I can tell you, I can see them on my screen. So my prompts for the wheel are books in a series, lowest rated, thriller, big books, project thriller, 5-star predictions, short, publisher, 2019 TBR, authors I love, random book from my suitcase. So on these shelves I have most of my books, but I have a suitcase over there that didn't fit on my shelves and I've just left the books in there. And I'm not opening it, I'm just going to like dip in and pick one out, which I think will be really interesting. My highest rated, Goodreads award, and oldest on my shelf. So, are you guys ready? I don't know if I am. Like I said, I'm going to pick 8 books. I think I'm going to do it a bit like what Becca does. So she says if she doesn't read all of the books, she has to read like a forfeit book in the month after. I don't know what my forfeit book will be, or what I would do for like a punishment. Maybe I'll have to read an extra book or something. But I'm going to do 8 books this time, and then let me know if you have any ideas what you think my sort of forfeit should be if I don't read all of the books. But like I said, I'm going to pick 8 books, and I'm going to try and read them in order. I might not do that. I think that will be my aim, but we'll see. So let's find out what book number 1 is going to be. So I'm going to click on it. Oh, it's moving. Can you see it in my glasses? No, probably not. So my first book is going to be my highest rated. So I'm going to go on to my Goodreads. This is probably weird having this in your hands, isn't it? So let me go onto my Goodreads and find out what my highest rated book that I own is. Oh, I don't actually know what it might be. I have all of my owned books on my Goodreads, so they should all be in the same list, if that makes sense. So let me go to owned. And I'm going to then order them by highest rated, or by average rating, and then I will go by my highest. Okay, so apparently the most highest rated book on my TBR is actually this one, which is really funny. This is my Dandy Annual from 2016. This has an average rating of 5 stars, so amazing. I love to start the month off with an easy one, and I feel like this is not going to take long. This took me like an hour when I read the other ones, and I've never read a Dandy, I don't think, so this is really exciting. So this is going to be book number 1. Oh, I was nervous about this, and maybe book 1, although to be fair, this could get worse, right, from here on out. So let's go with, okay, option number 2. Number 2 is highest rated again. Okay, so let's go and see what the second one is. Oh, interesting. That's really, really cool, actually. Okay, I'm actually already really excited. So this one, so the second one, that's also, this one has 4.44 rating. And this is The Cake Shop in the Garden by Carol Matthews. This is a kind of contemporary book, I guess, following a woman named Faye Merriweather who runs a cake shop from her garden. And then it's kind of like a romance, I suppose. And yeah, this is probably not something I would have picked up for this month necessarily. I'm actually really excited about this. I feel like this whole TBR thing is supposed to make you pick up books that you wouldn't necessarily pick up straight away, or that you're excited about. So yeah, this is very, very exciting, and I cannot wait to read this. Okay, so spin number 3 is going to be, ooh, a thriller. Okay, so now I have to decide which thriller I want to read. Oh, I tell you what I'm going to read. So I'm not including my buddy reads in my spins, if that makes any sense, so they will be separate to that. But I'm going to read Full Dark No Stars by Stephen King, which is a short story collection by Stephen King. Again, as I said earlier, I'm reading another Stephen King as a buddy read, but I was supposed to read this one this month. This is also part of my Project Thriller TBR, and I need to get to this one. It's quite a short one, but it also has like 4 stories in, so I could kind of read them in between. And yeah, I can't wait to finally pick this up. This was, I believe, actually on my November TBR, so hopefully I'll actually read it. Okay, so we're on spin number 4 now, so halfway through. So our next one is going to be, oh, random from suitcase. Okay, I'm going to go over there and I'm just going to pull one out of the top. I'm not going to take you with me because it's not that exciting. So the one I pulled out of the suitcase was actually a gift that I was given by the wonderful Emily from Novel Novels. This will actually be a reread for me, but I didn't own the book. So a massive thank you to Emily for sending this to me. This is Private Vegas by James Patterson and Maxine Petro. I, in November, actually read the last book I had to read for Private, but I really wanted to go back and reread some of them as well. This was a book that Emily found in a charity shop and she gave this to me. As I said, I have read this before, but I didn't own the copy, which is amazing. So yes, I'm going to read this one. I don't actually know whereabouts this falls, but yeah, I like the Private series and I was kind of sad that it was over. So I'm really glad I get to pick it up again. And yeah, a massive thank you to Emily again. So that was halfway through, guys. Okay, on to roll number 5. I say roll, spin number 5. We have another random from suitcase. This is just taking the mick now, isn't it? I'm going to have to get up again, aren't I? That was me, quite comfortably sat here. Right, I won't lie, I cheated a bit here because I kind of could guess what this was going to be before I picked it up. But it is another annual. This is Beano, annual 2019. I have nothing else to say about it. It's Beano. Like I said, this happened to be, I could tell that they were in there, right at the top. So I was like, I'm going to pick this one out. Yeah, I'm excited to give it a go. Okay, still 3 more to go. So next one, I'll tell you what, if it's another random from suitcase, I'm going to have a moment. Okay, so the next one is a series, so a book that I want to read that's in a series. So I'm going to say it could be the first in a series, it could be like continuing on a series I've already started. So this one I picked, I did find the one I wanted, is the second book in the Almond Gamache series, and this is Dead Cold by Louise Penny. I read the first one, I can't now remember what it was called, Still Life. I read that last year, I think it was at the beginning of this year, and really enjoyed it. So I can't wait to read another one. Again, this is a thriller. Dead Cold makes me think of Christmas. I don't know if it's got anything to do with Christmas. I know it's set in Canada. Oh, on the first page I saw the word Christmas, so that's always a good start. So yeah, this one is roll number 6. So we have 2 more, guys. So roll number 7. Is going to be Project Thriller. So let me look at what I've got left on my Project Thriller to read. So I'm actually going to read another book on my Kindle for this one, and it's going to be With Malice by Eileen Cook. I don't know too much else about this one. I know that it's been on my TBR for a really long time, and I know it was on my Project Thriller TBR. So I want to read, like I said, I want to read With Malice. I think it's about a girl who wakes up after she's been in like a coma and finds out that her best friend is dead and she's being accused of it, I think. I don't really know anything else. It might be a completely different synopsis, but as far as I remember. So that is another one I want to read, and yes, that is going to be roll number 7. So then we have 1 more, guys. Let's see what the final roll of my December TBR is going to be. You won't believe it. Can you guess what it is? Random from suitcase. So I'm going to get up again for the last time. Okay, so I'm officially really excited. I could have gone safe again and got the other Beano annual that I do own, because I have another one. But I didn't. I decided to pull out a book that I didn't know what it was, and I could not be more excited about it. If this is the last book I read in December, I will be so happy. It's The Liar by Steve Kavanagh. This could become one of my favourite books of the year. Now, you may know I read 13 and I read Twisted by Steve Kavanagh this year, and I gave both of them 5 out of 5 stars. Absolutely loved them, thought they were absolutely amazing. I think Steve Kavanagh is one of my new favourite authors. So if I can read another one of his books by the end of the year, and this one is actually from the same series as 13, Twisted is separate, it's a standalone, but the 13 and this one are from the same series, and I am so excited. I don't know the plot of this. I'm not going to read the back because I want to go into this without knowing, because like I said before, I've just read so many amazing books by I've read 2 amazing Steve Kavanagh books, and I feel like if you don't know the plot, it's even better going in. So yeah, I can't wait to read this. This is the last one on the list. So these are the books that I'm hoping to read in the month of December, as well as my 2 buddy reads and the 2 Kindle books. So the one buddy read and With Malice by Eileen Cook. Very excited. I'm quite excited about this reading month. I really enjoyed this kind of like TBR picking. I think it could be great. I'm going to have to put these in a separate place so I remember which ones they were. But I cannot wait. So yeah, let me know Do you like this style? Are you okay with not seeing the prompts come up on the screen? Like, I didn't lie to your promise, that's the right ones. I think I'm going to continue doing this throughout 2020 because I really enjoyed that. It was really fun, and I think it's a really good way of picking up my books to read. So I'm filming this on the 30th of November, so it should go up on the 6th, I believe, of December, because, like I said, I'm going to have one video every single Friday until the end of December, and January there'll be something special coming, but you'll see that when I post in January. Just drop that all over the floor. But yes, so let me know what you're planning on reading in December, and if you enjoyed watching this, give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I will see you next month for another one, and also next Friday for another video. Bye guys.